Hello, everybody. I hope everyone had an absolutely wonderful holiday. And if you're still riding the holiday train, I hope you're enjoying all of that too and gearing up for New Year's and just gonna ride out the rest of 2020 and pray nothing else goes hinky. So today we are doing a Project Life with me with a little bit of Use Your Junk Miss Sparkle added. So let's just talk about the elephant in the room with the lights all over it. So I moved. I moved at the beginning of the month and I was really motivated to do Use Your Junk Miss, move, and still have a holiday season of some sort. And needless to say, that did not go very well. I did not keep up very well with the challenge that Taylor and I had going, and such is life. Moving took precedence, then trying to have a holiday took precedence, and yeah, so out of all the spreads I had hoped to do, it looks like I got through a whopping 2. There's still a couple days left in the month, and so there's potential maybe for another one. But I'm also being totally realistic that I have gone down the rabbit hole of planning for 2021. So that's really exciting because I can't wait to get some videos up about that. I've got 2021 setup videos getting ready to be filmed. I am over the freaking moon about it, actually. So that's exciting. I guess if I didn't get you guys some extra Project Life videos, then at least I got you guys really cool planner videos coming. Spoiler alert as well. And then I'll talk about what the heck is going on this page. Not in life, because clearly we've already hijacked the voiceover. So I have decided to add an extra to the lineup. So if you watched my 2021 lineup video, you would not have seen this because I had not decided at that time to do it. But I am bullet journaling for 2021 as well, just because clearly I don't have enough on my plate. I just had to, add another thing. I was really inspired by writer Carol's book. I'm not all the way done with it, but I am invigorated to use it alongside my passion planner. I'm not replacing the passion planner. So there's going to be setup videos for both of those coming out later this week, which I'm very excited about. They will be out before the 1st, I hope. So just throwing that out there that I have that excitingness coming. So yeah, let's just dive into talking about this. I can't promise you I won't hijack the voiceover again to talk more about that because I'm really excited about it. So all of these photos are actually from the last Christmas party that I had with the store my home store, I guess is what you could call it, before I went out to manage in another city, which was really exciting. And we all kind of knew at the time that the party was happening that it would be our last year together. We had been the same solid crew for years, and it was just a really emotional time, I think, for all of us, because we all knew that would be our last one together, and we were all kind of Christmas buffs. So to spend the last one together was really important to us, and we had a really wonderful party. This is going to be multiple spreads, so not in this video. It's just the one layout in this video. So I guess we can call this part 1 is what I'm going to put up in the thing, the little description box anyways. But what made it so exciting was just all being together and knowing and appreciating every moment because we knew it was going to be the last. So as far as Use Your Junk Miss goes, I did incorporate quite a few little prompts, which were the notepads. I kind of centered the whole thing around this knock knock notepad that said be merry, and I write a little bit about that. You can head over to my Instagram and see what I wrote if you want a closer look. It's just cute and nice. Stickers is another thing I incorporated. Twine, which is really cool how I incorporated that. I actually used a clothing tag that had like this jute twine attached to it, and I used the tag and I use the twine. I think tag was another prompt I managed to get out of the way, and stamping was another one. I used my Smash book, if you were ever familiar with that. Smash was a line of products that was just amazing. And if you're into junk journaling and altar booking, you probably knew about them back in the day. But I was a hoarder and still am of those products because you can't find them anymore. But yes, I have a little nifty collection that's rather nauseating, actually. But I use my holiday version of their date stamp as well to get that knocked out. But yeah, let's just kind of get into it and talk about supplies. So this layout is really cool. It's the first one I've ever done like this. And this is with the Heidi Swapp pocket page collection that she did with Project Life, which gave a panoramic touch to it. That's why there's 4 photos, because each photo block or pocket is 4x4. And then you can flip this extra whole piece back. You'll see it towards the end if you didn't catch it in the beginning that it styled like that, because I'll do the flip. But it was really cool to be able to work with that. I did struggle quite a bit with this layout because everything had to be cut down, which was kind of a pain in the ass. Excuse my language. This is not for kids, in case we haven't ever had that discussion. I usually try to put that up in the header too, that this is just, I'm a little baby pirate. So I had a lot of trouble because I am very matchy, obviously, but I want the page to look really nice. Obviously, that's just like the aesthetic goal. So I just struggled a lot with all the patterned papers and yada yada. Most of the papers that I used were either from the Snowflake collection that I bought from scrapbook.com, and you can check out that big haul that I did. That video is already posted. I did use the Merry Days paper pad that I've had for quite some time. It's a 6x8 paper pad, and I made quite a little dent in that. And that actually got really tough because I ran out of corresponding colors. Like I found this in most cases that most Project Life or scrapbookers, we try to kind of create that rule of 3. So it was making sure that that paper or that accent or whatever is on each and every line so that your eye kind of dances down the page pretty well. So I did struggle a bit with the paper pads. And you see me pulling in various not blank cardstock, but solid color cardstock. And it was just stuff I had in my stash. The white is actually just a generic Dazzle cardstock. It's the white. It's really easy to pick up at a Joann's. As far as adding some extra depth, I enjoyed bumping up all the photos on the sticky thumb. What are they called? Goodness gracious. I'm looking at my page to see if I can figure it out. They're from Sticky Dot, from American Crafts, but they're these little foam dots. And Tombow used to make something similar. I don't know if they still do, and I've used them in previous videos. But they're little pieces of foam that you peel back a little sticky part. So it's like a foam sticker, and it helps bump up your photos. And that really did help. I've enjoyed playing with that recently. I wish I could have made those stamps up in that right-hand corner work, because I would have really loved to have had that pop. But it just didn't work out that way. So I did get to use some good stuff. The My Happy Place and the Most Wonderful Time of the Year were actually cards from a December Studio Calico kit that I had, which was awesome to get them out of my stash. I pulled that whole envelope, I guess is the right word. I pulled the whole envelope so that I could purge through it as much as possible while I was doing these Use Your Junk Miss layouts. Another thing that you're going to see me pull out in a little while are these great Mambi chips. I think they still make them to some degree. Me and My Big Ideas are the creators of Happy Planner, if you don't know, FYI. So before Happy Planner was all over the place, it was just me and My Big Ideas, and they did tons and tons and tons of stickers and scrapbooking supplies and things like that. And they still do. You can still find tons of their stickers at most retailers. But obviously you see more of Happy Planner now because that's their bread and butter. So it's really nice that I have those older pieces before Happy Planner took off, but I did end up pulling those in and being able to use them as an accent. The Mambi chips are actually thicker, so they're on a chip board, hence chips, which makes it a really easy way to add an embellishment and add some depth to your piece, which I loved. I've been talking about this a lot recently, and I did over on my Instagram as well, to call out the fact that with this particular prompt list and with this particular challenge, we really want people to think outside the box to use their supplies and maybe give them a new life, but also concentrate on the fact that you can make your own. So if you don't have project life cards, that's totally fine. Go ahead and just grab your pattern paper and start playing with it, and grab your stickers and grab your chipboard, because you can make your own cards. If you notice, the most wonderful time of the year is pretty much a made project life card. It's a project life card from a Studio Calico kit cut down and put on a piece of pattern paper just to dress it up a little bit. That card that I'm touching right now is another one, that one, with the white background, or the white with the branch background. And then I put white, and then I have that pretty kind of marigold with the green leaf and white dot look to it. And I'm going to add a Mambi chip to that in a little while, and you'll get to see that. The Be Merry sticky note right there gets to turn into its own little project life card, just hinting to the fact that you really can create your own project life cards. I can honestly say, as a person that got involved with project life from jump, truly jump, and I still, for the life of me looking back, cannot understand why I did not buy more albums while they were in store, because having to go into it from the back end was a pain in the butt. And when Project Life Becky Higgins announced at the beginning of this year that they were going to kind of halt the physical production for a lot, I, like most people, were terrified and, bulk bought. And then thank goodness they are coming back now and actually adding some albums, and there's hope. I'm really thrilled about that for various reasons. So that's exciting. In case you didn't know that, congratulations, to be the one to tell you that Project Life is going back to making some physical product. But the important thing to realize is that I went down the rabbit hole of buying boxes and boxes and boxes and more boxes of the cards. And I can honestly tell you, I do not grab for those cards. I tend to grab for the pretty pattern paper because I love seeing the prints and I love playing with it all, and it's fantastic. So I'm really bad at it. But I do hope that you have enjoyed this challenge if you've decided to participate in any way, and I hope that you've gotten through a good chunk of your stash, which is thrilling. So let's see if I've added anything new that I haven't really talked about. I've called out where all the paper pads have come from and all the cardstock, and talked about the Mambi chips that I haven't even started sticking on yet. Just some other things that I do want to shout out. I do use glossy accents for my glue. I'm looking at maybe getting another glue, because if you don't use it, a fun thing to know is that it will dry glossy. So if you get outside your lines or you have a little ooze out, it can kind of add a glossy tint. Underneath the pocket page, it's not as noticeable, but it can definitely be irritating. I do use a Tombow permanent adhesive tape runner, so if you see that popping out all over the place, that's what that is. The great thing about the permanent adhesive is it's not as permanent as it would sound, so it is pretty easy to play with. And in a little bit, you're going to see me start slapping down some cute little enamel dots. I did get to plug away at the Marion Bright set that I have from Echo Park, which I used in the 12x12 layout as well. It's just a very Christmassy themed enamel dot set, so it was very easy to use. The pin I use is a Pilot G2 in a 0.38. It's the finest tip that you can get, and I absolutely love it. And it's just in a traditional black. I wish they would make it in more colors, namely purple, because I love writing in purple if I can. Not in my scrapbook, but in planning and things like that. It's just a nice little pop of color. But the 0.38 has served me very well for fine point writing, so that's what I do. And another thing is you'll see me pull out the Studio Calico labels clean, and the color is Clean Slate. Those are also from that December kit that I got last year. So yeah, December of 2019. You can actually go on the Studio Calico kit and buy labels in every color under the God-given sun, I think, which is really great and handy. Another thing that I have found is a really great quick buy is the Happy Planner actually has what's called colorful boxes, and they make perfect size labels for project lifing. They're not too big, they're not too small. They're a really good size, and usually you can get a great assortment. And in the book of colorful boxes, there's a lot of different extra stickers, but there's different colorful boxes. So make sure you look at all of them and see which one suits your needs the best. Meaning there's several different editions is what I mean. There's me fiddling with that gimmicks tag. The green sweater I have on in the pictures is from Gimmicks, so it was most appropriate, and I think I write something about like holiday attire. But yeah, just talking about the colorful boxes thing, if you are a label person, that's a really great, or you want to get into labels, that's a super easy way to do it, because you can usually get colorful boxes at Joann's. And then if you just use a coupon with it, you can knock it down. I think even right now, a lot of those sticker books are like 40 or 50% off. So I lucked out and got my box that way. So yeah, while I fiddle around on this thing, I'm going to try to wrap up my thoughts on that. We've still got a couple minutes in the video, but I also just want to talk about, just end of year stuff and what's coming, and massive apologies. So I pretty much fell off grid starting around October when I went on vacation. I started failing with the challenges I was doing with James Luke Burke, or JLB Creative, if you're familiar with him, or if you're just familiar with me loving him endlessly and using him for inspiration. I haven't been doing my WAS classes, which are the Wizarding Artist Society classes, because they've been at awkward times for my personal schedule to where I couldn't participate. So I have so much content left to go back and consume. I was doing the virtual voyage with James as well. There was so much that I was doing and involved in, and while I loved every minute of it, I really could not participate to the full potential because I just wasn't in a good place. I was all over the place with work. I was so busy, and then when I was home, I was all over the place and kind of mentally preparing for a move. So I am so sorry, because I know that content has not come out regularly. I know it's been wonkier than normal. I know that I was really hopeful that I was going to be giving you guys 2 videos a week through the month of December, because I was going to be doing Use Your Junk Miss. There were all these expectations that I gave you guys, and I just failed and dropped the ball so hard. So thank you guys for sticking around and being patient. And thank you to all the new subscribers coming on. I'm so excited to have you. I have spent quite a bit of time planning and really centering myself over the last couple weeks, and I'm still working on that. But needless to say that January is going to see a more, January and all of 2021, mind you, is set to see a lot more consistency. So you guys are going to still see Project Life videos. I hope you guys are enjoying those. But you're going to see bullet journaling videos. You're going to see planner videos. I am even playing with the idea of doing a plan with me and then a flip through of every single month, so that we can talk about just different planning strategies and styles, and we can talk about things that worked or didn't work. I would also love to involve you guys in that dialogue and hear your thoughts of what's working and not working for you personally, and get your ideas flowing. So that's always exciting. I feel like crafters support crafters and planners support planners, because it's a special kind of crazy that we all coexist in. So it's really great to have such a very open and happy community that's into assisting each other with this journey, because planner piece is hard to find and hard to keep. And I think it's so important that we learn how to pivot, and we learn how to borrow ideas from each other, and we learn how to adapt. I think That's what this year has taught me the most, is that adapting is key. Adapting is very key. That you, just because something worked for 2 or 3 or 4 or even 5 years doesn't mean it's going to work for your life now. And you have to be open to giving that up and trying something new. I can't tell you guys how many mistakes I have made in this bullet journal so far. I found a massive one yesterday and was heartbroken trying to figure out, okay, do I fix this? Do I rip it out? What do I do? And I really want to talk about that when I do the setup videos that are going to get filmed very shortly so that they can be up for you later this week. But as this video wraps up and we all are wrapping up this holiday season, I just want to challenge you guys to center yourself and really be honest with whatever strategy you're planning on going into 2021 with, and being realistic, being true to yourself, being fair to yourself, and giving yourself some room to breathe and grow. Because if this year has taught us anything, we need to be prepared for everything. Not in a sense of let's be scared, but just in a sense of just stay calm. And really just be fair with yourself and open to change, because we have to be. And I think it's so hard for us as planners to really have that openness. So I just really encourage you guys to be true to yourselves and be easy on yourselves. Well, I look forward to posting all of the lovely planner videos that are upcoming, and I hope you guys are all having a fantastic holiday. Until the next video, I hope you all have wonderful days and happy thoughts and are enjoying getting everything set up for a brand new and hopeful new year. Thank you guys so much for all the support you give me here and on Instagram. I can't thank you enough. Here is to a new year and new opportunities, new possibilities, and all of that jazz. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.